Hey guys, hope you're all doing well today. So, I have another haul video, and I'm doing this one while still in Orlando. It's actually my last day and I was kind of bummed. I'm like, I need a good way to cheer myself up before I leave. Figured, why not? I'll do the haul video while I'm still in Orlando. So, let's get going. Oh, and I'm sitting right here because there's a light right there. If I turn this light off, it gets a little too dark, so I need this light on. But if I sit over there, you have this wicked glare. So, I'm holy. Got the light behind me. Oh, look at it. Oh. Anyway, let's get going. All right, so to start things off, every time I come down here, I feel like I have to buy a Lego. Like, it's almost mandatory. Doesn't matter if it's small or big. I have to buy one. And I bought an X-Wing. This thing is awesome. I have not put it together yet. It's still in here. This cost me $79.99. And with the pass holder discount, you do get a pass holder discount in the Lego store, which is really nice and really beneficial. The only problem is that since it's not a Disney store, they figure, well, we're gonna give some of them, we're gonna give some of the discount to you because people are gonna come back here. They're not gonna give the full discount though. So instead of the 20%, you only get 10%. I still saved $8. So you win some, you lose some. But I can't wait to go home and put this thing together. And since I'm basically starting on a Lego that's a Star Wars thing, I want to keep the whole Star Wars train rolling here. I really didn't have a whole lot of Star Wars stuff at home other than Lego, so I kind of wanted to expand that this trip. And I picked up a small notebook. It's not really anything fancy, it just comes with a cheap little Star Wars pen. I like the blueprint look of, it's a hardcover for one. I like the blueprint look on the outside of the different ships. The first picture is helmets, which is really cool. Like blueprints of the ships on the front, you get blueprints of the helmets on the inside, and then the pages have blueprints of different lightsabers in the corners. But it's really cool. Really happy I picked this up. This came in at $19.99. A little expensive for a journal, but I kind of needed something to write on in this trip, so it was kind of a last minute buy. And I also like the blueprint on the front. It's really cool. So was it worth it? I like it though. So the last bit of Star Wars I have actually came in really handy today. I waited for 85 minutes in a line for the Tower of Terror. And besides being ungodly hot, because most of the line for that is outside, this came in handy. It is the Bounty Hunter Codebook. I bought it in the Launch Bay store, the Star Wars 3 probably, and sorry if you can hear people rolling past, I'm at a resort, you're probably gonna hear that a lot. This actually is really, really cool. I got halfway through it and I actually have the receipt in here, so let's get that right out of the way. This actually came in at $19.95, so not a huge, I actually think it's really cool. I actually think this is a really good buy. If I had to go between these two, this one was definitely worth $20. Just because it actually goes through, it's almost like it's written by an actual bounty hunter from the Bounty Hunter Council, and he's writing a guidebook on how to like this is your handbook on becoming a bounty hunter. It's really cool. It's really cool though, because as you're reading through this, you'll read through a portion where it's like, what are the codes of being a bounty hunter? And then it goes through this one, and then there's like a little side note that says Boba Fett doesn't apply to this one. Then underneath it, it'll say that's a lot of big talk coming from a dead man. So there's a lot of trash talk. Like it's got handwritten, it almost feels like a college book where you'll have notes from years past written in them from other students, just like this one, and it's actually really cool. So I loved this purchase. This is probably one of my favorite purchases on this trip. So these next two items were actually free. This one is a postcard of Figment. Every year they do a painting where you can go up there and it's all in blocks. It's all in little like inch by inch blocks, and they give you a little cup, a little paintbrush, and they tell you to paint so many squares. If there's a lot of people, they'll only tell you to do 3. I only got to do 3. If there's not a lot of people, they may tell you to do like, oh, you can do 8 to 12 squares. I don't know. But it was really fun. And this is what the actual picture will look like. The front of it. My picture actually, or my paint was actually green, which there's no green in this card whatsoever. And it's kind of weird on what sections they actually take out of it. Every 2 days they swap them out. At the end of those 2 days, they'll put them in a section of the park, and they'll put all of them up there so you can see them when they're all done. So it's really, really, really cool. And it's also free, so you can't go wrong with that. It's actually a postcard. The next free thing I got was, being a pass holder, you get your pass holder magnet. This year with the Festival of the Arts, it's got Figment. I am so glad they're using more of him in a lot of their merchandise. I think it's a really good way to push him into people who don't know about him, even though he has a very storied history with Epcot. So really cool. Those are my 2 free items from the art festival type stuff. So this next purchase was $22.99, and it's a cup. I can't actually remember the last time I got something in Disney World that wasn't a mug, and I'm actually really happy I got this one. It's a tumbler. It's a Jack Skellington tumbler. It's got Jack on this side, then on this one it says Jack is back. So really cool. Can't remember, like I said, I can't remember the last time I actually got one like this, and it's really cool because it's reusable. So while I was also in the Festival of the Arts, I wanted to pick up something that I can put in my apartment or my home, since I really don't do a whole lot of home shopping when I'm in Disney. So I wanted to pick up these artist coasters. They're really cool. They have the same designs you'll find on the Festival of the Arts shirt that you may see coming up in a few minutes, but it's got all of the art on one side with Mickey. It says pass holder on it. And on the other one, it has Festival of the Arts. And it came in at $19.99. I honestly think it's a really good deal. These are really good. Ceramic, just awesome. So coming in at $29.99 is a festival's cookbook. This is awesome because it has recipes from a lot of the stuff that's in the Festival of the Arts kiosk, if you want to call them that, the little stations where they have food scattered around everywhere. I'm very happy to pick this up. There's a lot of stuff that I tried on this trip. Some of the stuff I showed, some of it I didn't, just because I didn't end up liking some of it. But for the stuff I did like, I'm definitely going to try making a lot of this when I actually get my own place, and I would love to make vlogs out of that. I think it'd be really cool. This next one was just a really simple buy, but I like supporting the environment when I can, and the animals and stuff like that. So this was $1.50. It's a reusable bag. Some futuristic. It's got World Showcase type stuff over here. Some space. It's a reusable bag for Epcot. So just something to help out the environment. So if you watch my last video, or if you watch any of my Disney content, you'll know that Japan is my favorite place to go to. It's weird because I like buying a lot of stuff from there, but a lot of their stuff is not Disney based. Like this one. This one was $24.95. It's a Mario hat. I hardly have anything for Mario. I have stuff for other games, but hardly anything for Mario other than like a puzzle hanging on my wall. So I wanted to get something that I liked that reminded me of playing the old school Mario games. While I was in Japan for $22.95, I also picked up this shirt. As you can tell, it's Kingdom Hearts. So this shirt is very significant to me, especially on this trip, and I'll tell you why right now. Most of the shirts I buy are either 2X or 3X depending on how they fit, because obviously not every shirt is the same. This one is a large. It's not going to fit me now. There's a reason for that. After looking at a lot of the videos, a lot of the video footage from here, the pictures that I've been on for a lot of the rides, I'm not physically happy with my body, with how I am. I have a lot to work on. This shirt is my goal. I will be happy with my body when I can fit this shirt, and not tight. It actually has to fit loose. I will know I've hit my mark when I can fit this. This shirt moving forward will be a huge goal, accomplishment, stepping stone for my channel, and I'm very, very glad to share all of that with you when the time actually does come. So something that's really cool is that in the Festival of the Arts, they actually have a shirt making station. You can see that in my vlog for this trip. So for $29.99, you can pick the shirt, you can pick the color, you can pick the design. Some of the colors don't mesh well, so they have some limitations on it. Like this one, I wanted to do black, so they couldn't do this logo in color. I was totally fine with that, but I got this. I love this. It says pass holder on it. It's got Figment and it's got Epcot. I don't have anything specifically with Figment yet until I got to this trip, of course, but I wanted something that signified the Festival of the Arts, Figment, and Epcot all in the same time, and I feel I did it really well. So for $29.99, I think it's a really good deal. So this next shirt that I picked up was actually $34.99. It's a pass holder Festival of the Arts shirt, and it's kind of like what you saw on those coasters. Not a bad design at all. I can't wait to try that on. A lot of these shirts that I really like, especially like this shirt, it's a very thin material, so it's very breathable. And especially in this past week with the weather and how it's been some days, these shirts are a must. And my last Festival of the Arts merchandise is a shirt for $29.99. Now this one is cool because, like the black one I just showed you, this also kind of brings Epcot, Festival of the Arts, and Figment all on the same shirt. It just does it in color. I really like this shirt. I really like the colors. I like how it just pops, especially on this color of a shirt. But it's really cool. And again, it's the thin material, so days like this, it really helps out. Sorry about that, guys. So I literally am filming this after coming back from a day at Hollywood Studios, so I wasn't smart enough to check the battery when I started doing this, and it kind of just went on me. So moving on. All right, so unfortunately I already packed one of my luggage things for going home since I'm doing that tomorrow morning, and I wore this shirt a lot, so I'm gonna make sure. So when I get home, I'm actually gonna take a picture and I'll show the picture here so you guys can see it. But I picked up this shirt. It's actually really sweet. It's an awesome shirt. I wore it 2 times already. Basically a really thin it's a polyester blend with cotton, so it's a really nice, thin, flexible fabric. It's for Expedition Everest. I don't have any merchandise from there other than pins, so I wanted to pick something up. This shirt comes in at $24.99, so I think it's one of the best shirt deals I've gotten in Florida yet, besides this one. But I absolutely love this shirt. All right, so for all of the pins, I'm not gonna just hold them up and show them to you. I'm gonna actually take pictures of them when I get home, and I'll post them while I'm talking about them right now. So the first one up is the Kingdom Consoles Entertainment System limited edition pin. This one came in at $17.99. I absolutely love this pin. I used to have the Sega Genesis with Aladdin. Hated how hard that game was at times. But this pin is awesome because it can actually, the game cartridge itself moves up and down like it's being inserted and taken out of the gaming console, and it's got Aladdin on it. It's awesome. It reminds me so much of the Sega Genesis game. So the next pin is the Magic of Honor pin. It's for the Enchanted Tiki Room. It's a limited edition for 2019. This one came in at $17.99. I really like the pin. It's almost like a Medal of Honor type of pin, but with the Tiki Room and Disney base, so it's really cool. So this next pin came in at $16.99, and it is celebrating the Chinese New Year for the Year of the Pig. I believe it's the Year of the Pig, and I just kind of figured I needed to buy this one and do my part for celebrating. So if you know anything about the pin system or how it works down there, anything with a yellow backing on it is $12.99. Anything with a silver or a green backing is $9.99. So I bought 2 yellow ones that I want to show you. I love otters, and I was going to get this one last time, and I just thought it was adorable. It says Cuddle Party, and it's got 3 cute little otters. I believe this is from Finding Dory. And then the next one is just awesome because of my love for Winnie the Pooh, and this reminds me so much of the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the movie that I used to watch growing up on VHS and now on DVD. And basically it's really cool because it has Pooh and Piglet on it, and it's a very Wednesday moment for them, and Pooh slides across the pin. So for all of these next pins, like I said, they're all $9.99 because they're all silver, and the first one is Merida from Pixar's Brave, because I absolutely love that movie. I love the whole Celtic feel to it. It's awesome. And I don't have anything of that movie. The next one I just feel is hilarious because it speaks to me on so many levels. It has Sebastian saying, "The human world, it's a mess." I love this pin. It's hysterical. His sense of humor is great. This is awesome. I absolutely love this pin. It's one of my favorites. I don't really have a whole lot of pins for Hercules, so this next pin is of Hades. I just thought it was really cool, and I kind of needed to support my love of the Hercules movie. So this last pin that I purchased basically speaks to me on many levels as well. Has Winnie the Pooh's head stuck in a honey pot as he says, "Oh bother." I kind of feel like I can walk into work every day and say that. You know what I mean? Alright, so just to make this real quick, I actually forgot about this even though I was wearing it at the time that I made the video, but I got a new Magic Band as well. I'll show a picture of it here so you guys can see better quality, but this one was $24.99. And the final big item on this trip was a painting of Figment that I got. It cost $295. It is not an original piece of artwork. It is a duplicate. I mean, the originals really did cost like upwards of $2,000 and above for a lot of their stuff. So I wanted to find one that was not really small, but wasn't exactly huge and didn't have a huge price tag on it. I think I limit myself to 1 or 2 big purchases per trip, and with these 2 art pieces that I bought, this covered it. I definitely love having a painting like this. I've never really had an actual artwork piece. Going through and seeing some of the artists that actually worked on these was pretty cool. Some of the guys were actually there and you could see them working on their artwork, so it was really cool. And knowing that me purchasing these pieces of art is actually helping those artists stay afloat is even more for me. Like, it's more beneficial for me to buy these, knowing that I'm helping them out. So I can't wait to actually get home and see the pictures that I'm showing right here. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. So I didn't realize this until I was putting the haul video together, but I failed completely to mention one of my other art pieces. It is an anniversary piece for the Fantasmic Light and Water Show at Hollywood Studios. So I'll show a picture of that right now so you guys could see it. It came out at $160 and it also lights up. So it's really cool to have. It is an awesome figurine of both Mickey fighting his dragon or his nightmare. Alright, so that's gonna do it for this haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a blast on this trip. It's a bummer that I have to leave tomorrow. I'm not really excited about that, but I am excited to get home, see my art, put my Lego together. Can't wait to touch that. The thing is awesome. I want to thank you guys so much. I had a blast on this trip. It was my first actual real vlog, or it felt like it, and I had an amazing time. I can't wait to come down and do this again. But I will see you all in the next video. Take care and farewell.